In a world where technology often takes center stage, the Amish community continues to live a life rooted in simplicity and harmony with nature. One of their many fascinating skills is the ability to heat greenhouses without using electricity. Today, we're uncovering their remarkable secrets to natural, sustainable greenhouse heating. Winter poses a challenge for farmers everywhere, but for the Amish, keeping their crops warm during cold months doesn't rely on modern gadgets. Instead, they use clever, time-tested methods that are both cost-effective and environmentally friendly. One of the key techniques the Amish use is compost heating. As organic matter like manure, straw, and kitchen scraps break down, they release heat. By placing compost piles strategically along the edges or even underneath planting beds, the natural decomposition process warms the greenhouse from within. Another Amish strategy is to insulate the greenhouse effectively. Using straw bales, wooden planks, or even earth berms around the base of the structure helps retain heat and keep cold air out. This simple barrier dramatically reduces heat loss. In some cases, the Amish incorporate passive heating sources like small wood stoves or heat sinks. By burning wood sparingly and ensuring proper ventilation, they create enough warmth to sustain plant growth, even on freezing nights. Sunlight is also a key player in their heating strategy. Amish greenhouses are designed to maximize solar gain, with south-facing windows or transparent coverings that capture and retain the sun's heat throughout the day. At night, heavy curtains or insulation blankets keep that warmth inside. Another ingenious method involves using thermal mass, like large barrels of water or rocks, placed inside the greenhouse. These materials absorb heat during the day and slowly release it overnight, keeping the environment stable. By combining these natural heating methods, the Amish have perfected a system that not only saves energy, but also supports a healthier, more sustainable way of growing crops year-round. Amish farmers have a remarkable way of thriving in harmony with nature. Even in the harshest winters, their greenhouses remain warm and productive, without the use of modern technology. Curious how they do it? Let's explore their natural techniques for keeping greenhouses warm year-round. The Amish rely on tried-and-true methods that combine resourcefulness, sustainability, and a deep understanding of natural principles. Here are the key strategies they use to maintain warmth and grow crops, no matter the season. The Amish use compost as a natural heat source. By layering manure, straw, and organic scraps, they create compost piles that generate heat as they decompose. These piles are often placed around the greenhouse or beneath planting beds to provide consistent, natural warmth. Insulation is key to retaining warmth. Amish farmers use simple, natural materials like straw bales, earth berms, or wooden planks to block cold winds and reduce heat loss. The result? A cozier environment for their plants without any electricity. Amish greenhouses are designed to make the most of sunlight. South-facing windows or transparent covers capture and trap solar heat during the day. To keep that heat inside overnight, they use heavy fabric or insulation blankets to seal off the warmth. Water barrels, rocks, or other dense materials are used as thermal masses. These absorb heat during the day and release it slowly throughout the night, maintaining a stable temperature inside the greenhouse. In especially cold climates, Amish farmers may use small wood stoves sparingly. These stoves provide enough heat to protect sensitive plants while staying true to their commitment to low-tech, sustainable solutions. Double layering with fabric or plastic sheeting is another clever trick. This creates a microclimate within the greenhouse, trapping additional warmth close to the plants and shielding them from the cold air. These methods, rooted in simplicity and innovation, allow Amish farmers to grow fresh produce year-round while staying true to their values of sustainability and self-reliance. The Amish community is known for living in harmony with nature. Even in the harshest winters, their greenhouses flourish, without the use of modern technology. How do they do it? Today, we're uncovering how the Amish harness nature to keep their greenhouses warm and thriving. While most rely on electricity or expensive systems for greenhouse heating, the Amish use sustainable, low-tech methods that work in harmony with the environment. Let's explore their techniques step by step. One of the Amish's most effective tools is compost. As organic materials like manure, straw, straw and food scraps decompose, they release heat. By strategically placing compost piles around or underneath planting beds, the Amish create a natural heating system that supports plant growth. Proper insulation is essential for retaining warmth. The Amish use straw bales, wooden planks, or even earthen berms to create natural barriers against the cold. This simple yet effective approach helps maintain a consistent temperature inside the greenhouse. Amish greenhouses are designed with the sun in mind. South-facing windows or transparent plastic coverings allow them to capture and store as much sunlight as possible during the day. At night, they use insulated curtains or covers to keep that heat inside. Thermal mass materials like water barrels and rocks are another ingenious addition. These materials absorb heat during the day and slowly release it throughout the night, stabilizing temperatures and protecting delicate plants. For extremely cold nights, the Amish occasionally use small, efficient wood stoves. These stoves provide supplemental heat while staying true to the Amish values of simplicity and sustainability. Double layering is another effective technique. By creating an additional barrier with fabric or plastic inside the greenhouse, the Amish trap even more heat, creating a warm microclimate around their plants. Through these natural and resourceful methods, the Amish have mastered greenhouse heating without relying on modern technology. Their approach not only saves energy, but also fosters a deep connection to the rhythms of nature. When temperatures drop, most farmers turn to modern technology to keep their greenhouses warm. But the Amish have perfected sustainable methods that rely on nature, not electricity. How do they do it? Let's explore the timeless lessons the Amish can teach us about sustainable greenhouse heating. The Amish approach to greenhouse heating is as ingenious as it is eco-friendly. Combining natural resources and simple designs, they've created a system that is both effective and sustainable. Here are the key lessons we can learn from their methods. The Amish know that composting doesn't just enrich the soil, it generates heat. By placing compost piles along the greenhouse's edges or beneath planting beds, they use the natural decomposition process to warm the space, keeping their crops comfortable even on cold nights. One of the simplest yet most effective techniques is insulation. Straw bales, wood panels, or even packed earth around the greenhouse create natural barriers that trap heat and block out icy winds. It's a low-cost solution with high impact. The Amish design their greenhouses to capture as much sunlight as possible. South-facing windows and transparent coverings allow sunlight to flood the interior, warming the air and soil during the day. To preserve this heat overnight, they cover windows with heavy curtains or blankets. Thermal mass materials like water barrels, bricks, and stones absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night. This technique stabilizes the greenhouse's temperature, protecting delicate plants from extreme fluctuations. In especially cold climates, the Amish occasionally rely on small wood stoves for additional warmth. These stoves are used sparingly and are placed to distribute heat efficiently without over-reliance on external energy sources. By adding a secondary layer of protection inside the greenhouse, the Amish create a microclimate for their plants. This extra barrier traps warmth directly around the crops, boosting their resilience to cold temperatures. These methods are more than just techniques. They're a philosophy of working with nature rather than against it. The Amish approach minimizes energy use, reduces costs, and ensures a steady supply of fresh produce year-round. Winter can be a tough time for growing crops, but the Amish have a few tricks up their sleeves. Their greenhouses stay warm and productive all year long, using nothing but natural methods. Today we're diving into Amish greenhouse hacks that help you stay warm and stay natural. The Amish are masters of sustainability, and their greenhouse hacks are a blend of tradition and practicality. Let's look at the simple but powerful ways they create natural warmth without relying on electricity or fossil fuels. The first hack is using compost as a heat source. As organic matter breaks down, it generates significant heat. By placing compost piles inside or around the greenhouse, Amish farmers take advantage of this natural warmth to keep their crops cozy during cold months. Straw bales aren't just for barns, they're excellent insulators. The Amish stack straw bales along greenhouse walls to trap warmth and block out cold air. This simple and affordable solution makes a big difference in maintaining consistent temperatures. Amish greenhouses are designed to make the most of the sun. By positioning the structure to face south and using transparent materials, they capture and store solar energy. Heavy blankets or fabric covers are used at night to keep that heat inside. Thermal mass is another key hack. Barrels of water or large stones absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night, acting as natural radiators that stabilize the greenhouse's temperature. For extra chilly nights, Amish farmers may use small wood stoves sparingly. These stoves provide just enough heat to protect plants without over-relying on non-renewable energy sources. Amish farmers often use double layering to create a microclimate. Adding an extra layer of plastic or fabric over the plants traps heat close to the crops, giving them extra protection against the cold. These hacks are simple, cost-effective, and in harmony with nature. By following these methods, the Amish show us that we don't need high-tech solutions to grow healthy, thriving plants, even in the dead of winter. The Amish have long mastered the art of living in harmony with nature. Even in the depths of winter, their greenhouses stay warm, powered by simple, sustainable techniques. Today, we're uncovering the art of natural heating and the ingenious methods Amish farmers use to keep their greenhouses thriving. Amish greenhouse techniques blend practicality and sustainability, creating an eco-friendly system that works with the natural world. Let's explore their time-tested strategies, step by step. The first technique is harnessing the power of compost. As organic materials break down, they generate heat. By placing compost piles along the greenhouse walls or beneath planting beds, the Amish create a natural, renewable heating source. Good insulation is key to retaining warmth. The Amish use materials like straw bales, packed earth, or wooden panels to create a natural barrier that traps heat inside while keeping cold winds out. Positioning the greenhouse to maximize sunlight is crucial. The Amish orient their greenhouses to face south and use transparent coverings to let in as much solar energy as possible. At night, heavy curtains or fabric coverings help retain that heat. Thermal mass is another ingenious addition. Materials like water barrels, bricks, or rocks absorb heat during the day and release it slowly throughout the night. This stabilizes the greenhouse temperature, even in freezing weather. For especially cold nights, small wood stoves are sometimes used. These stoves provide just enough warmth to protect crops, staying true to the Amish commitment to minimal and sustainable energy use. Double layering is a clever way to create a microclimate within the greenhouse. Adding a second layer of fabric or plastic over the plants traps heat, providing an extra level of protection against the cold. These techniques showcase the Amish dedication to simplicity and resourcefulness. By working with natural processes, they maintain thriving greenhouses that are both productive and sustainable. In a world that's become dependent on electricity for everything, the Amish stand out with their simple, sustainable ways of living. Even in the harshest winters, their greenhouses stay warm and productive without using any electricity. Let's take a closer look at how the Amish heat their greenhouses using nothing but natural methods. The Amish have mastered the art of greenhouse heating with techniques that have been passed down through generations. These methods rely on nature's power, not modern technology. Let's explore the simple yet effective ways they keep their greenhouses warm, even during freezing temperatures. Compost is one of the Amish's most powerful heating tools. As organic materials like manure and straw decompose, they release heat. By placing compost piles around or underneath their greenhouses, Amish farmers create a natural heating system that keeps their plants warm without any electricity. Insulation is key to retaining heat in any greenhouse. The Amish use straw bales, a natural and affordable material, to insulate the greenhouse. These bales trap warmth inside while blocking out cold air, making them an essential part of their low-tech heating method. Maximizing the sun's energy is another essential part of the Amish method. By positioning their greenhouses to face south, they capture as much sunlight as possible throughout the day. Transparent coverings allow sunlight to flood the space, warming it up. At night, the Amish cover windows with heavy blankets or fabric to keep that warmth inside. The Amish also use thermal mass materials to stabilize temperatures. Water barrels, stones, and bricks absorb heat during the day and release it slowly during the night, preventing temperature fluctuations that could harm delicate plants. For extremely cold weather, Amish farmers may use small wood stoves. These provide just enough warmth to protect plants without the need for electricity or complicated systems. The Amish rely on wood, a renewable resource, keeping their practices sustainable and eco-friendly. Double layering is another Amish hack for retaining heat. By adding a second layer of plastic or fabric over plants, they create a buffer that traps extra warmth close to the crops, shielding them from the cold and providing a cozy environment. Through these natural and low-tech methods, the Amish create warm, thriving greenhouses without relying on electricity. Their approach not only keeps their plants healthy, but also reduces their environmental impact. In a world increasingly reliant on electricity, the Amish have found a way to thrive without it. Their greenhouses are heated using renewable, sustainable methods that work in harmony with nature. Today, we're exploring how the Amish keep their greenhouses warm without relying on modern technology. The Amish approach greenhouse heating with simple, renewable techniques that have been passed down for generations. These methods not only provide warmth, but also reduce environmental impact and keep energy costs low. The first method is compost heating. As organic materials like manure, leaves, and straw break down, they produce heat. The Amish strategically place compost piles inside or around their greenhouses, where this natural heat keeps the air warm and helps regulate the temperature. Insulation is a crucial part of keeping a greenhouse warm in winter. The Amish use straw bales to insulate their greenhouses. These bales trap heat inside and prevent cold air from seeping in, creating an efficient and low-cost barrier against the chill. Solar energy plays a major role in the Amish heating system. By positioning their greenhouses to face south, they capture the sun's warmth during the day. Transparent materials allow sunlight to pour in, heating the air and soil. At night, the Amish use heavy blankets or plastic covers to retain that warmth. Thermal mass materials such as water barrels and large stones are used to store heat during the day and slowly release it at night. This helps stabilize temperature fluctuations and keeps the greenhouse at a consistent, plant-friendly temperature without the need for electricity. In extremely cold weather, the Amish may use small wood stoves to provide supplemental heat. These stoves are placed strategically to provide just enough warmth for the plants, using wood as a renewable, sustainable resource. Double layering is another effective technique. By covering plants with an additional layer of plastic or fabric, the Amish create a microclimate that traps heat close to the plants, ensuring they stay warm during the coldest months. With these simple, renewable techniques, the Amish successfully keep their greenhouses warm without relying on electricity. Their approach not only ensures healthy crops, but also promotes sustainable farming practices that are gentle on the environment. In the depths of winter, when the chill sets in, most people rely on electricity to keep their greenhouses warm. But the Amish have uncovered simple, time-tested secrets to greenhouse warmth, without the need for modern technology. Let's take a look inside their innovations and discover how they keep their greenhouses thriving naturally. The Amish approach to greenhouse heating is all about working with nature, not against it. They've developed ingenious, sustainable methods that use natural elements to generate warmth. Let's explore some of their most effective innovations. The first secret to Amish greenhouse warmth is compost heating. As organic materials like manure and straw decompose, they generate heat. The Amish use compost piles inside or around their greenhouses, harnessing this natural energy to keep the air warm and regulate temperatures without any electricity. Straw bales are another key to the Amish greenhouse secret. By stacking them around the greenhouse, the Amish create an insulating barrier that traps heat inside and keeps out the cold. This natural insulation helps maintain a stable, comfortable environment for plants, even in the harshest weather. Maximizing solar energy is a vital part of Amish greenhouse innovation. By positioning their greenhouses to face south and using clear coverings, the Amish capture as much sunlight as possible. This natural light warms the air and soil during the day. At night, They use heavy blankets or plastic covers to keep that warmth sealed inside. Thermal mass materials, like water barrels and large stones, are another Amish innovation. These materials absorb heat during the day and slowly release it overnight, helping to regulate temperatures and prevent the greenhouse from becoming too cold during the night. When temperatures dip too low, Amish farmers sometimes use small wood stoves for supplemental heat. These stoves provide just enough warmth to protect crops without relying on fossil fuels or electricity, staying true to the Amish commitment to sustainability and self-sufficiency. Double layering is another secret to keeping greenhouses warm. The Amish add an extra layer of plastic or fabric over their plants, trapping heat close to the crops and creating a microclimate that provides additional protection against the cold. These simple but effective innovations allow the Amish to maintain warm, thriving greenhouses. No electricity required. Their methods are sustainable, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly, proving that working with nature is often the best solution. When winter's chill sets in, keeping your greenhouse warm can be a challenge. But what if you didn't need electricity or expensive systems to do it? The Amish have a solution that relies on nature's power to keep their greenhouses warm, no matter how cold it gets outside. Let's explore how they do it. The Amish have perfected the art of natural greenhouse heating, using simple, renewable methods that work with nature. Today, we'll break down these techniques and show you how you can stay warm naturally, just like the Amish do. The first method is compost heating. As organic materials like manure, leaves, and straw break down, they generate heat. The Amish take advantage of this natural process by placing compost piles inside or around their greenhouses. This creates a steady, renewable source of warmth without the need for electricity. Insulation is another essential part of keeping a greenhouse warm. The Amish use straw bales, an affordable and natural material, to insulate their greenhouses. By stacking these bales around the structure, they prevent heat from escaping, keeping the interior warm even in freezing temperatures. Solar energy is a key player in Amish greenhouse heating. By orienting their greenhouses to face south and using clear coverings, they capture the maximum amount of sunlight during the day. This natural light warms the greenhouse, and at night, the Amish use blankets or plastic covers to trap that heat inside. Thermal mass is another smart technique. The Amish use materials like water barrels or large stones inside their greenhouses. These materials absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night, helping to regulate temperatures and keep the greenhouse warm during the coldest hours. For extra warmth during particularly cold nights, Amish farmers use small wood stoves. These stoves provide just enough heat to keep the greenhouse cozy, using wood, an abundant and renewable resource, without relying on electricity. Double layering is another simple technique that traps heat inside. By covering the plants with an extra layer of plastic or fabric, the Amish create a microclimate that shields the crops from the cold while keeping warmth close to the plants. With these techniques, the Amish are able to maintain warm, thriving greenhouses, even in the dead of winter, without relying on electricity or expensive heating systems. It's a perfect example of how nature's resources can be used wisely to support sustainable farming. The Amish have shown us that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. By harnessing natural resources, they keep their greenhouses warm, productive, and sustainable, even in the harshest winters. These techniques can inspire us all to grow smarter, save money, and live in harmony with the planet. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about cost-effective, sustainable living, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Frugal Focus. Let's grow together, naturally and frugally.